a form of trickery, isn't it? I mean, you met up with Darren, didn't you?
Met up with Darren Brown, yeah.
Darren Brown.
Yeah, he's incredible. Yeah, he's probably the Britain's best illusionist, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah.
You can put that on a poster if you want.
Tell you what, though, right? Changing the subject a bit. We were talking about a fly getting in that pod.
Yeah.
Read in the week when I was searching for stuff to educate, the Educate Ricky section, which we will be.
Do you want to answer that phone, because it's annoying me? Who's phoning?
I don't know, it's obviously someone who doesn't know that you're talking at the moment, so leave it.
Let him finish the point.
It could be,
Leave it.
it could be the head of...
Leave it.
Yeah, go on.
Could be the head of XFM?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so scared.
No, I won't be embarrassing him. I going, don't call me when I'm working.
Nice. Right, fight against the machine. High five.
Yeah.
Raging against the machine.
So anyway, right, we were talking about flies getting in a pod. And do you know, like, how, a Barbie doll, if it was real, it wouldn't be able to work? Do you know what I mean? A Barbie doll, if a woman had the...
proportions.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to tie her shoelaces up and stuff, because her legs are too long for her back and all that. Flies, scientists can't work out how they fly.
It's a bee.
It's a bee. It's a bee, not a fly.
No, a fly as well.
No.
A fly is, apparently its body is like too big for its wings, and they still can't work it out.
Yeah.
How it flies.
Which in your mind says what? Something spooky going on?
They have worked out that it's the fact that what they do, the wing actually beats a ridiculous, about 150 times a second, so it displaces air.
Yeah.
So they have
I know what you mean. It's incredible that it can fly because it's got such small wings.
Yeah. Alright.
And it's a bee, not a fly.
So, yeah, but other than that, good point.
Bowie.
Another classic. Be My Wife off the Low album, David Bowie.
David Bowie. It's a cracker.
Be My Wife off Low.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Rick, you know my frustration with the homeless?
Yeah.
You know they wind me up. Walking through Soho last night, I saw a homeless fella reading a book.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, if he's got the wherewithal to read a book, right, he's obviously, he wants to keep himself occupied, his mind educated.
Yeah.
My point is, why not, instead of reading a book, have a quick look through the job vacancies section of the Evening Standard, or maybe just take the time to fill in some kind of application form for, maybe,
so what you're confusing there was is the ability to read with the ability to house yourself.
Well, no, because what I'm saying is, it seems to me he's obviously got a certain, grasp psychologically of, his way.
They're not mental, people who haven't got houses.
A lot of them are, Rick. I've seen them dancing and shouting and screaming, and pissing in doorways and stuff.
Yeah, you're confusing trampiness with trampiness.
Well, again,
I haven't got a...
Gervais, I'm not a sociologist.
No.
Sorry if I can't spot all the clever distinctions that trained experts such as yourself can. Well, all I know is, there was a fella reading a book.
Well, you know the ones that have got beards and sing little tunes and they smell of piss?
They're my favourite. They are brilliant.
Yeah, and they're drinking special brew. Yeah. That's an alcoholic tramp, right?
They are.
You know the ones that sit with a dog or sell Big Issue? They just haven't got their own place.
Right.
Do you see?
Okay. Well, again, I mean, because it is tricky finding a place, I know, because I had to move house recently, and it's a nightmare. I had to get, like, estate agents on it, and I had to go and see a load of places, and I was doing a job as well, I still managed to fit it in. This guy's just lounging around on the street, so I'm surprised he can't find
loads of places to live.
I'm surprised he can't find the time to visit a couple of different residences.
Yeah.
Because there's some pretty cheap ones, if you go kind of a bit farther out of London. Maybe it's because he wants to live in the Soho area, and frankly, it's expensive.
What I'm confused about is the number of homeless people that recognise me and say they'd enjoy The Office. They've got to be watching it through Dixon's window.
I think that's probably demographic that's sort of hung over from some of your previous TV work.
The 11 o'clock show?
Yeah, or stuff like that.
The ones that used to sit by
yeah, exactly.
Tramps and the French for me.
Exactly, yeah. Some of the winners. Or maybe sort of people who watched, have watched the show and then have fallen on hard times since then, I don't know. Unless they're not necessarily linked.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Carl's lost in this conversation. Carl, were we boring you then?
No, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit tight, isn't it?
What?
Because it's like, I sometimes think it could have been me. When I see homeless people and that, I just think, I nearly killed a man once. It could have totally changed my life.
So, whoa,
you want to slow down there. Just want to back up for a second. Just back up for a second.
No, like that time when I was in Wales, right, and I picked up a big piece of slate and chucked it off the cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it nearly hit a fella.
Yeah.
Right, in that split second, if he would have decided to sort of go and pick up a shell that was closer to the sea, it could have hit him, and it would have killed him, and I wouldn't be sat here today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just all about luck, innit?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, don't know, that's about it, really. That's
the point. That's the political.
What was the point again? That you're there for the grace of God to high?
Yeah, no, he's saying, you know, you should count our blessings because, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
you never know what's around the corner.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's like if Carl hadn't met us, he'd still be in that little room making jingles. Now, he is a respected household name.
Do you think he packed the book before he left home to become homeless? He thought, right, I need the clothes, I'm gonna need the cigarettes, I'm gonna need the dog and the piece of string, and I probably gonna need some reading literature as well, because I'm gonna get pretty bored, like, just sitting in the street begging all day.
Maybe it's
maybe I should take, I wanna catch up on, some of the stuff I haven't read, you know.
Or maybe it's one of those themed holidays. You know those trendy middle-class people?
Right.
They go on, like, the adventure holidays and danger holidays. Maybe the latest one, amongst sort of, like, yuppie types, is, homeless holidays.
Exactly, yeah.
They pay, like, £10,000.
Exactly.
And they really
get a little
the
area of
experience.
sort of the streets of
And
Soho.
people come up to them and abuse them.
Yeah.
They're all paid, they're all actors.
Yeah. They get beaten up at night when they're sleeping under a bridge.
They get to try a really safe sort of form of heroin.
Sure, yeah. That sounds brilliant. No, that's worth marketing.
Themed holidays.
Themed holidays like that. You could have homeless.
Yeah.
You could have, like, rent boy holidays. Find out what it's like to be a rent boy for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then, they have to
And make a little bit of money on the
They
side.
have to wean them off it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they go, no, don't keep sucking it.
You can stop
You're finished now. You're a bank manager again. I've just got the taste for it, to be honest.
Can that happen? No, it's worth knowing if that is a possibility.
Carl's worried. What? We haven't said anything.
What's anything? We're just
We
talking
haven't
about
said
possible
anything
holidays for
wrong,
people to
Carl.
have.
There's be no complaints. We haven't said anything. The word suck, as far as I can work out. No, it's not a banned word on the radio.
Is it Rockbusters time?
Okay. Yeah, Rockbusters.
Well, let's play a tune, then we'll come back with Rockbusters.
What do you want
Are we
to
going to hear your mums before we have
Best
yours?
holiday I've ever had.
I'll get a taste for it. That's a new American band called My Morning Jacket from the Sweat Bees EP. That's called Lowdown.
Like that.
Yeah, nice.
It's good, yeah. I brought in some adverts, my favourite adverts to play.
Really?
Yeah, they're all new ones as well.
We got those now? Can we hear them?
Do you want to do them now, or keep them listening to them later?
No, do them now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are good.
Ready? XFM.
XFM indeed, Steve.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around here.
What are you looking at?
Well, I was just looking at some of the emails, and if I can find it, I got an absolute treat from you.
Go on.
Dickie Anderson.
Is he,
Anders, he's emailed in again.
Richard Anderson, our biggest fan.
Biggest fan. He said, Dear Ricky, sorry for not tuning in recently, only I've been busy watching a puddle evaporate. Glad to hear you haven't tinkered with the show's winning formula by trying to introduce any quality into it. That's from Richard Anderson. So, good to have Dickie Anderson listening again. Because he just keeps us on our toes, you know.
Yeah.
And, good work, Rich. Thanks for that.
I wonder what he looks like.
Dickie Anderson? I think he's a good-looking guy. For some reason, I've always imagined him as being slightly older, with maybe a beard.
Oh no,
Do you know what I mean? Like
I think of him sort of cords and now and sweater.
Definitely Cords.
I think he looks like maybe the Proclaimers.
Yeah, but again, with a beard or at least a moustache.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm seeing some kind of facial hair.
And he's sort of like he's sort of he likes the Cure and the Swiss Nut, but he snarls at everything. He thinks everything's puerile.
Yeah.
I bet he prefers Radio 5.
Do you think Radio 5?
Yeah. 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
4.
I bet he's a real music snob as well. I bet there's certain bands, it's like rubbish. The Blazing Squad, rubbish. All pop music, rubbish. Britney Spears, rubbish.
Is this defamation of character?
He slagged you off enough times, Rick, and the show. I don't know.
I'm only saying it's my opinion, I imagine, so,
yeah, I mean, we don't know, I mean, you know, he could be a lovely guy.
to be honest, I'm getting to like him.
What I like about Richard is he's willing to say what he thinks.
Well, it's more than that.
He's a bit like Eminem.
No, it's more than that. He actually hits on the truth too often for my liking.
Yeah, well,
I mean, this is a shoddy show with very, very little to offer.
You got to remember though, it is a bronze-winning show. We did win a bronze award at the Sonys last year. One of the most coveted of the awards.
Yeah,
bronze.
In my opinion, the bronze is slightly better than the gold.
Well, a lot of people don't win the bronze, Rick. You got to remember that there's not many people who win the bronze.
Gold, you know, gold's got no intrinsic value. It's just a currency, and in my opinion, bronze is better.
yeah.
In a way. Carl, Rockbusters, Carl.
Yeah, no,
Listen.
we did get a bronze, but this year we introduced Rockbusters. Things will be changing. So,
Hey, we didn't introduce Rockbusters, Carl.
remember the show that got that bronze was the show with the complaint that was upheld by the radio authority.
Was it really?
Yeah, the show that got the award and was nominated was the one with the only upheld complaint we've ever had.
Do you think if we hadn't discussed that particular subject for quite as long, we could have got the silver?
I think it was the mention of, and I say this meaning male birds, of all the cocks.
Yeah. But do you think the Sony committee was going, I enjoyed the show, if they hadn't mentioned cocks, meaning birds,
Yeah, meaning birds, yeah.
I'd have given it the silver.
Yeah.
So,
Carl getting nervous.
Rockbusters then. Chance to win all that stuff Steve was talking about before. We'll give initials and a cryptic clue, and it's a band, and there's 3 of them, and you email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want some of my mums?
Well, I think before you give us your own, we should hear your mum's, just to sort of set the tone and for people to get their heads around the whole
She
idea.
sent some more, they're still not that up to scratch. First one, this group are nice on toast.
Marmalade?
Jam.
Yeah.
Which one?
Jam.
Okay. Marmalade would have worked.
Marmo's just as good, yeah.
This man liked his wine.
This man liked his wine.
Dean Martin.
So no cryptic clue, just a man who drinks.
Yeah. But like, isn't there like a myriad of rock stars
I was
and pop
thinking
stars who
it.
like booze?
I love that. That's his wine!
I don't think anyone would have ever got that.
That's fantastic! This man liked his wine, Dean Martin. This man liked his golf. Clubby chip face. No, Bunker Smith. Bing Crosby, yeah. He liked his golf. Yeah, that's genius. This man liked his wine.
Just a couple more. Hope you're not speeding when you meet these. The police.
Oh, it's great.
And, is there any other ones? Sounds like these lads work for the hospital.
The porters.
Say that again?
Sounds like these lads work for the hospital. Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Right.
So we'll
Carl, I have to say, if there was ever, in the future, any doubt that you were your mother's son, that would pay that. Believe me, you are a chip off the old block.
Well, let's so we have a little record and then educating Ricky and Rockbusters. So the show really starts.
Of the prizes. Jerry Halliwell's yoga video, DVD, I think it's the latest one in that particular series. So if you've already worked yourself up to, you know, you're looking pretty good, but there's still a little bit of flab maybe around the arse or breast area, then Jerry can help you right there.
Yeah.
We got Only Fools and Horses, this is the Christmas special from last year. Jonathan Ross was giving that one on his morning show this morning. I don't know if they're just trying to get rid of him. Top of the morning to you from Terry Wogan, that's his 2D CD.
I'm sure they were giving that away as
You've
well.
got the likes of Love Theme from Top Gun, obviously Take My Breath Away by Berlin, that's on there. What else we got? We got the Pretenders, you mentioned them earlier. Alison Moyet's on there. Annie Lennox featuring Paul
I
Simon.
still call her Alf.
Loaf is on there, I'm talking of the meat variety. Obviously. Miss Tina Turner on Silent Wings. There's an incredible selection there, perfect for saying mum or a deaf aunt. That's the Manic Street Preachers Greatest
How's
Hits
your aunt?
DVD.
Anyway, how's your aunt, the one who farted for 5 minutes, Carl?
Also got the U2
not been that well.
What's up with her?
The best chill out album ever.
Is she alright?
she'll be alright.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so that's the prizes up for grabs.
So we're having two conversations there. I think we're a little bit too relaxed in this show.
Sure.
I mean, people tuning in will just think, do those 3 people know they're going out live? Or is that a conversation, like, between the records? It's... do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds like, the record is playing. We think the record's playing, we're just chatting.
Oh dear, what we got, Carl? What we got? Carl.
One opportunity.
Carl, come on.
to seize everything you ever wanted. One moment. Did you capture it? Or just let it...
Eminem, Lose Yourself. Back on form there.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a good tune.
Good. On XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. Carl Pilkington, more importantly. Carl, come on then.
Right.
I need some education.
No, it's Rockbusters.
I need education. I need some education.
But we've promised some Rockbusters.
Educating Ricky, I will be ditching before Christmas.
Why?
It will be going.
Why? Because there's nothing out there.
It's just struggling. I was thinking on the way in today, I can either do, doing something more with Steve, because we've done, like, the Ricky angle. Either we can do,
Educating Steve?
No, either like a bit of a call my bluff type thing, but it's like a con merchant, and I have to, like, trick you.
Okay.
Con
So I'm
merchant,
the
I like
con
it.
and you're the merchant. And then, or I was thinking something that you just do some work, and you have a moan for a bit, and that's a bit, that's like a wine merchant. You just like whine on about something.
Again,
the pun comes first with you, doesn't it?
You've worked out that first.
Yeah.
That's like, I told you I've come up with a couple of sitcoms for me.
Go on.
One is I've got an imaginary navy called Merchant's Navy.
I've
I've got a navy. On the premises, I've got a navy.
Yeah.
And another one is I live in...
And that's as far as he's got as well.
Yeah, that's all I come up with. If you've got any ideas there, Carl, that'd be much appreciated. Another one is I live in quite a salubrious part of North London, and that's called Merchant of Little Venice. And I live in Little Venice. Again, I don't know what happens. But any ideas, Carl? You know,
I've got one where I play an Italian waiter, and it's called Shut Up a Gervais.
Yep.
That's
So
pretty good.
that's the one we're working on there actually to follow up with The Office.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something with that.
Yep.
But at the moment, we've got Rockbusters.
Okay.
So, these are mine. Number 1, you've been dunking that for too long. That's LB. Right, so...
Oh god, that's too easy. That's
but
too
I always
easy.
tease them, don't I? Give them something to make them feel like they're going to win something, and then I hit them hard with a tricky one.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, go on.
So, the first one, so that's the cryptic clue for a band or an artist. Their initials are LB, and
Yeah.
the cryptic clue, you've been dunking that for too long.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. Second one, you won't be able to play that game in this pub, because the table ain't big enough. Right? Could be an old artist, could be a new one, could be a band.
What's the initials?
FD. Alright? FD. You won't be able to play that game in this pub, the table ain't big enough. And the final one, well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over. Right? That's the third cryptic clue, the initials being GK. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I've had a rubbish day, so I'm happy it's over.
Ah, that's great! That's genius!
Which one?
The last one.
Alright?
That
Yeah,
is
don't say any-
genius.
don't say
That's the
anything.
best one you've ever done.
Alright? Ricky.Gervais.
That's great. And then the middle one.
UK.
Okay.
Email in them 3 answers, you win the stuff. We have still got Educating Ricky.
Go on, let's have one. Let's have one.
No,
Just
I'll give you the titles.
give me the titles, yeah, go on, yeah.
Right, you've got 3 bits of info that's gone on in the world, or
possibly.
sort of information.
Older times? Never go further back than the 17th century, do we?
Well, no, let's make it clearer. There's 3 bits of information that people have put on the net. Whether or not they're true, different issue.
And that he still gets it a little bit wrong in translation,
always, yeah.
and sort of adds bits to it. Yeah, go on.
Right, so we've got
I love it when he plays out those historical dialogues. You know, it's like the 15th century where he goes, so anyway, a bloke says to himself, I'll tell you what I'll do.
So the horse isn't happy. Yeah, go on.
Right, so the 3 that you've got to pick from, you've got get your kit on, we're off down the butchers.
Yeah, let's get your kit on, we're off down the butchers, yeah?
We've got wash up with you.
Wash up with you.
What's up with you? Ah, yeah.
And the last one I couldn't really think of a good title for, so it's just why don't they just get a diary or some paper or something?
Oh, play a record!
We've got to make this into a book. This has got to be a book next to Christmas.
God.
Chapter headings.
Oasis, Live Forever on XFM 104.9. Right, we're in the swing of things. It's mine and Steve's favourite bit of the whole show. This is what we do this show for now. Educating Ricky.
Yeah.
Go for it, Carl.
Who said that learning can't be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for the one. What's the one about the butcher going down the butcher shop?
You've got get your kit on, we're off down the butchers.
Yeah.
You going for that one?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the saying, don't let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, well, don't give away a secret.
Right. Well, do you know how it came about?
No.
Well, ages ago. Before, like,
Ages ago. 17th century?
yeah, before, like,
Yeah, 17's good. Yeah.
before, like, you know, proper butchers and Dewhursts and supermarkets and that, you used to get these blokes who sold meat, right?
Butchers they were called then, I think.
Yeah, but the difference was they didn't stay in the same place, they moved about, right? So they'd turn up on a street corner,
Right.
and he'd have, like, loads of carrier bags of, like...
Carrier bags?
Yeah, with meat in and that, and people would
Plastic
be like,
carrier bags.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
whatever.
mobile butcher on them.
Yeah.
right, so,
And an email address.
Yeah, go on.
people went, right, yeah, I need some meat, right, so they'd go up to this bloke, and say, what have you got? And they'd say, well, I've got a, you know, you can have a bag full of pig, or you can have whatever, a bag full of chicken, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd go, yeah, how much? They go, well, you know, call it a £5, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd buy them.